Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here, and welcome to the official first episode of my Everton career mode. This one will be post-commentary. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do post-com or live-com. I really can't make any decisions. Feel free to comment on the situation. Basically, we're going to train a load of youngsters, and we're going to play our first Premiership game in this episode. I find that Leighton Baines has been the source of most teams' want. For some strange reason, to go in for him. We've also added Memphis Depay and Nabil Fekir, who I have a man crush on, onto my shortlist. These are players that I don't really think we need, because I don't think for this first season I'm going to play a winger formation, as we reject another offer here from Arsenal for Leighton Baines. Yeah, I don't feel like we're going to play a winger formation in this first year. It just doesn't seem like it makes sense to me. Also, we're going to start simming the friendlies here in this episode and see how we get on in the friendly tournament. And in the first game, we beat Hamburg 1-0. So it's a good start. I also added Malouda and Guri, and I think that's how you say his name, and Mario Balotelli, just simply because, I mean, he was at Liverpool for one really bad year. And for some strange reason, I just like him. He's such a knob. But then we went and beat Athletic Bilbao 2-0, which I think is a very good result for us, considering, you know, the stature we are. We then played against Mainz in the Cup, and we managed to beat them 2-0. So we made it through with 9 points. More transfer offers coming in for Leighton Baines here. Was just consistent the whole way through. I think Man United came in, Arsenal came in, Borussia Dortmund. No one came in with great money, and I want to keep it a little bit realistic, and we would not sell him this early on. We then went up against Sporting Lisbon, and I think we managed to beat them 2-0. I could be 100% wrong. 3-1, 100% wrong then. We beat Sporting 3-1, which meant we played Mainz in the final, a team that we had just beaten 2-0 in the group stage. And we would go on in this game to actually draw. So it went to penalties, and we lost on penalties. Not the strongest penalty kick takers, which is quite evident there in that result. But it's not bad. We come out with some pretty decent money, but still there again. I'm starting to look at strikers that we can bring in. Kevin Volland was one and Timo Werner was one. I also then started to make some decisions on who I was going to go for. Giroud, Welbeck and Batshuayi were my main ones. Sturridge I just felt wasn't realistic, so there was no point going in for Sturridge. He just didn't seem to make sense. He just wasn't really. I don't think Liverpool would ever sell Sturridge to Everton. So I decided Danny Welbeck was probably one for me that suited the system, suited how Everton played, and made sense to sign, because really Batshuayi wouldn't come in if it wasn't the fact that the Diego Costa thing hasn't gone through on the game, which just is a little bit of an issue, but there's nothing you could do about it. So hopefully we could get Danny Welbeck, but then I made an absolute rookie error. Also with these cutscenes, I try and skip through them as quick as possible, because I think everyone's seen them time and time again. But basically my thinking here is that I'm going to offer, I think, 19 million. Yeah. What I didn't realise is I was only offering Arsenal 1.95 million, which was clearly nowhere near the man's valuation, and clearly was never going to be able to get him. And yeah, so that one went out the window, and I was like, I do not want to wait another month for a striker. We need a striker in now. I need a striker in for the first game of the season. So Batshuayi was my backup. You know, as you guys remember, he's the next Romelu Lukaku for us. He's going to be that guy. So I went straight in for him, praying that we could get him. And I think I managed to get quite a good deal for him. I think. I mean, it wasn't an easy transfer to pull off, to be honest with you, because at 23 and only 80 rated, I think like the price I wanted was pretty steep. But I think I managed to get him on a... I don't think I overpaid anyway, and I don't know what his ceiling is, like his potential ceiling, but I think it's pretty high. But I'm not 100% sure where he ranks in or where he comes to. I don't go on FIFA. I don't really like to see, you know, what happens, to see what kind of potential the players have, because I like the surprise element of it. But we do manage to pick up Michy Batshuayi, and we do actually get him on 110,000 on an important player 4 years, and I think I give him 1.8 million signing bonus. He goes, yeah, that is absolutely fine. I do want to come to Everton. Chelsea is not the place for me. I don't get the game time there. And Batshuayi's in, and he 100% is going to be the next Lukaku. If you do hear any background noise, I am practically cat sitting, and their collars are extremely frustrating. But if you're a cat person, then you will understand fully. Also, James McArthur. I don't know why Atletico Madrid would want James McArthur. I mean, I'm not 100% if he's like a stonewall favourite at Everton, but with a little bit of work on the deal, I was quite happy to sell him. I wanted a little bit more than what they were offering. I wanted 16, but Atletico Madrid was basically like, no, definitely not. But for 14.6 million, I was quite happy to let him go. That does mean we're a little bit shorter now in the centre of midfield, and I'm not 100% sure who to go for. I'm thinking of maybe going for Carlos Elena. I just think he's a good fit for this Everton team, and he's a future beast on this game, and in general, I think he's going to do really well. We also loaned out this this dude, Shani. We loaned out Shani. He went out on loan to Newcastle for 1 year. I don't think he'll get much game time there, but hey ho, I'll let him go. And then I got this offer in for Ross Barkley. Which, to be honest with you guys, at first I really debated because it looked like he was going to go in real life, but I just think Ross Barkley can do a job here. I also rejected an offer from Man United for Leighton Baines, and now it is time for our first game. I'm quite excited about this first game. It is a very good game that was played, and I'm really excited to see what happens. But guys, before we hop into the game, I'm just going to take a quick look because I got that message that said that the schedule had been changed. So that basically means that a group has been drawn, and we got Lokomotiv Moscow, I think it's Moscow, Club Brugge, and was that Galatasaray in the Europa League. So that's actually quite a tough group for the Europa League, in my opinion. But this is the squad we're starting. Guy, Schneiderlin and Sigurdsson behind Rooney and Batshuayi, Baines and Coleman on the left and right, Jagielka, Williams and Keane, and then Pickford in goal. I think it's a pretty strong starting 11, to be honest with you. It is aging though, so this first season is pretty much the most I'm going to get out of them. How good as Impact, how good that all the stadiums look on this year's FIFA. I'm so impressed. But it's pretty much there's a lot of players in the squad that I might only get one season out of, and I'm not 100% sure I like the midfield I've got. There's no room if I decide I like Schneiderlin for Klassen, and I really want Tom Davies to get games because I think he's just going to turn into a beast, so it does make it a little bit difficult in that sense of what to do. But I love these graphics, like this graphic coming up here that shows the player debuts. I hope I do not get blocked or copyrighted for this, but I think that's okay. I just think it's the walkout, you know, when it shows you the squad. So basically what I have to do is to show you the Stoke squad. I will just take a picture of the screen that comes up, or whatever it is. I can't remember what you call it, but the player rating section. And I will just have a sip of my coffee while we shake some hands. But guys, if you do want this to be live, I'm open to doing that. It's a little bit more tricky for me for timing and stuff like that, but I'm 100% open to do that and to edit the videos that way. I'm just not 100% sure. But this is what they were starting: Hesse, Diouf, Shaqiri, Jeff Cameron, and I did not get a chance to tell you that. I do apologise. But anyway, guys, we're going to start off trying to apply pressure early. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. I've not played that much FIFA so far, but I definitely learnt early on with a good shot there from Wayne Rooney that, yeah, I'm going to step it up straight away to Legendary. I don't know if it's just a bit easier this year, but this game seemed quite easy. I don't know if every game will be, but this one did. But look at this. This was so trippy for me. The referee blows for... I was well unaware. I thought it was a corner. The referee blows for what I think is handball. I'm 100% legit. Was hang on a minute. Why is this a penalty? I don't quite understand why this was a penalty. I still don't quite understand why this was a penalty. But this is basically what I can see, is there's no foul there. So when the ball's headed, it does actually, in fact, hit his hand. And I do have handballs on because I think it's more realistic, but I'm pretty sure he was out. And Wayne Rooney manages to step up and slot in the penalty. I did change it from Leighton Baines to Wayne Rooney, but I felt like he should get his first goal back for Everton as quick as possible. I think he could be quite important this year. I didn't think that at the start of the save, but I do now. Schneiderlin goes close there. With the way that Everton are playing at the minute, they're playing so terribly, it was probably nice for Everton fans to see how well we managed to play against Stoke. I mean, getting a goal up so early was great, and the way we could move the ball and passing movements was good. I applied pressure really early, Rooney getting another shot there. It seemed really easy to pile on that early pressure, and a good corner here as Batshuayi. I just really wanted to get his first goal. I genuinely believe he's Everton are going to have done it again. We've got the next Lukaku again in Batshuayi. Sigurdsson here then from the goal kick, passes it to Batshuayi, and he gets his first goal, and that's basically all I wanted. I really wanted him in this first game to get his first goal, and he manages it, and I'm 2-0 up, and I was like, this is seeming a bit difficult. At this point, Stoke really hadn't created anything, hadn't given me any trouble whatsoever, and it seemed way too easy to break through the defence and get runs through. It really did. It just seemed really loose. But from the kick-off... Sorry guys, got interrupted then, that was my pizza. But anyway, as I was saying, from the kick-off, Stoke managed to cause us a few issues. Good passing movement. My defending was absolutely shocking, and Hesse goes through and makes it 2-1. I was instantly thinking at this point, actually, this is going to be a tough game. Stoke away, aren't a bad side. They're a good team now, good passing team. And they're straight back in it, and they started to put a little bit of pressure on. It's a very poor cross-come shot, whatever that was from Juve there, but I was a little bit worried at that point, but then the space seemed to open up. It was like Stoke were on the attack, and I was finding runners really easy. Wayne Rooney gets through, and I find in this game that if you get the first shot off like that, an instant first shot as soon as the ball comes to you, it tends to hit the back of the net, and Wayne Rooney does hit the back of the net to make it his second goal. I was very happy with that coming into half-time, that we was 3-1 up, and really I just didn't see a way that Stoke were going to come back into the game with the way we was playing. We were just moving the ball far too easily and far too well. Leighton Baines had a lot of joy down this wing. I mean, it was basically blind open. Rooney steals the ball back here, finds Batshuayi. Batshuayi finds Sigurdsson, and first time shot again. I mean, it seems to work a lot. That first time shot just seems to always work. I don't know why, just constantly when I spam a first time shot, it seems to go in. So at this point, I'm definitely this has been an enjoyable game of football for me to play. I enjoyed playing it, but instantly thought, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to step this up to Legendary, because I don't think it's going to wash with the viewers that well that I'm playing this on World Class and winning games like this all the time. Juve then tried to get Stoke back into the game. Well, maybe a consolation at this point, really, to be honest with you. Sigurdsson plays through Rooney with a beautiful over-the-top ball. Sigurdsson played really well in this game, and Rooney makes it his hat-trick. On his return to Goodison Park, Wayne Rooney scores a hat-trick. I know Everton fans in real life would be praying that this would have actually happened. I think he scored on his first game back though, I'm not 100% sure. But as you can see, we were just finding gaps everywhere. Stoke just seemed really stiff and central, and it was really easy to open them up. Morelos came on for Leighton Baines because I feel like he could play on that left-hand side, and plays it through to Rooney, gets an opportunity there. But I just seemed to be moving the ball really well. It just seemed to be very easy. Stoke were missing tackles, and they weren't playing well. I give the ball to Batshuayi there, and look at that for a finish. Michy has arrived. The new Lukaku, who even is Lukaku anymore? Michy Batshuayi gets on the score sheet. We make it 6-1, and opening game of the Premiership is 6-1. It's just a little bit ridiculous. That is a brilliant finish from Batshuayi, and I was then pushing to get him his hat trick. He gets through here, and it was literally all me for the rest of the game, and Butland manages to save it. But it was not a great game in the sticks with Butland in that sense. But all goals were pretty decent goals. But watch this for a finish from Morgan Schneiderlin. I was like, oh my god, this is great. But if you can see on the side, the flag was up, the linesman's flag was up, and it wasn't going to count, and I was so devastated when that happened. I was like, no way, that was one of the best goals I've ever scored. But I have to accept that it didn't happen. Rooney collects the match ball, and we managed to pick up a victory in our first game, but definitely need to step up to Legendary. Didn't expect it to be that easy, since recording and not playing that much FIFA last year, I didn't think it'd be that easy, but look at the match stats. We absolutely dominate them. It was just so easy to get shots off, even pop shots. Wayne Rooney gets a 10-point rating. But guys, that will be it for this episode. We're still in the transfer window, so please leave comments for players that you think I should sign. But if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. But thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.